everyone. This is Michelle Gramoglia, the president and CEO here at Woodland Pond, and this is my weekly address for a Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. Starting with some calendar items. Today, we have a special program brought to you by the Sustainability Committee in the PAC. Lisa Mitten, who is one of the sustainability coordinators or the director of sustainability, one of the two titles at SUNY New Paltz, is with us. And she'll be talking about the efforts, the innovative efforts that the college has undertaken to move sustainability forward. Obviously, typically college and university students are sort of on the forefront of some of these kinds of things. So she's really happy to be here to present to us today, and that will be live streamed and recorded for playback on YouTube. I see a lot of similarities between opportunities that I have on the college campus and opportunities that we have here at Woodland Pond. And I, for one, am certainly very interested in what Lisa has to say. Tomorrow, the deadline for signing up for our trips for September is due. So tomorrow is that deadline to sign up for September trips. Currently, we only have about 31 people signed up for trips in total, and usually we have 50 or 60. That could be because some of you are anticipating that we're going to have 15-year anniversary celebration events, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Or it could just be that maybe the things that we have offered this month are not necessarily appealing, or people might be busy. But Jason did just ask me to remind everyone that if we don't get decent numbers on some of these things, like for example, right now we only have 2 people signed up for the bowling trip, we will cancel those. So just make sure that you do sign up for those by the end of the day tomorrow. Tomorrow, we do have our August management Q&A, and that will be at 1:30 in the PAC. And in addition to having a surprise for you after the management Q&A, a sweet treat, we will be doing our normal management Q&A, and Dave Roberts will be there to give you an expansion renovation update, so you won't want to miss that. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the PAC, we are going to be featuring the works of our residents that prepared their memoir scrapbooks through the grant funding that was received and worked with Brenda Ann Keneally. These residents, roughly a dozen or so, worked all throughout the month of July to put memorabilia and other stories and things into these scrapbooks. And they did a fantastic job really actually interviewing each resident. There are vignettes to watch for each of these. And tomorrow night will be a fantastic encore to the first round of presentation of these that happened in Kingston a few weeks ago. I really encourage everyone to go and participate or watch that tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the PAC. I have been asked to remind everyone that our quarterly Adopt a Highway event is going to be on Monday the 26th. It is planned that the Woodland Pond bus and anyone carpooling will be leaving concierge around 11:15 on Monday. We do provide some safety gear and grabbers for you. We have the stretch of 299 that goes a little bit past where the college diner used to be, and then down sort of in the Lowe's area on both sides of the road. We've been doing this for about a year now, once a quarter, and the Land Preservation Committee or Land Conservation Committee has sort of taken the lead on making sure that we get adequate staffing on this, or volunteers, I should say, from the residents. So please do participate in that if that's appealing to you, and let's clean up that highway. Okay, so on to September and what we are planning for the 15-year anniversary celebrations. We had an excellent committee meeting yesterday, and we took the information that we had from the 10-year, and we were able to sort of update that for current events. And we are going to be putting out a fantastic calendar of month-long opportunities for us to look back, look forward, really do some amazing things. And we're really excited about what we're going to be bringing you for the month of September. 2 things where we have opportunities for residents to participate in active remembrances or celebrations of Woodland Pond. And I'd like you to think about this and sign up with concierge if you're interested. The first is we are going to be putting together a Pioneers panel discussion. For those that remember or are aware of this, we did refer to our first residents as the pioneers. So those folks really that moved in 2009, and particularly September and October of 2009, when the building was just a few residents, staff, and we were kind of definitely working the kinks out. So those brave pioneers, we are looking for 6 to 8 people that moved in September or October of 09, maybe November, that would be willing to tell a bit about their memories, maybe 5 to 7 minutes on what you can remember, and then anyone that has memorabilia from the construction phase or from those early, very early days. So if you are interested in that and answering a few questions about what you remember, maybe a story that really sticks out, or something that seemed insurmountable at the time, but we got through. Please sign up with Concierge for the Pioneers panel. We will come up with a date once we have the volunteers for that. The other thing that we'd like to do that we have never done that I can remember is we would like to highlight the musical talents of individual residents at Woodland Pond. So if you are an instrumentalist or a singer and you would like to be part of a recital, we will be putting that together. You will select a piece or two on whatever your instrument is or you're singing, and we will support you in that. Again, we will select a date once we have those of you signed up. I think this would be amazing because we are very, very fortunate to have our organized musical groups, the handbells, the dulcimers, the pondoliers. But I would love to, we would love to, the committee really talked about how great it would be to give the individual musicians and singers to be able to highlight their talents as part of the 15-year celebration. So please do sign up for that with Concierge if you're interested, and then look out for the full calendar of events, which is going to be fabulous, coming out very soon. The rumor mill is back out. The rumor mill goes out and comes back periodically. So if you have a rumor that you would like to put in the rumor mill, please feel free. It is in the mailroom. And do please keep we have the feedback forms. There's a box, a suggestion box in the mailroom. Please do keep those coming. I look at them every day. So do keep those coming as well. On the topic of suggestions and feedback, I think that most of you know that several of us every day do look at the Happy or Not results. We look at them for the assisted living dining room and the main dining room, which is where the 2 Happy or Not machines and programs are available. And each time we see a comment, for example, I saw last week that in assisted living, someone felt that the Alfredo sauce was runny, and that we served goulash without an appropriate starch. These are things that are discussed with the production staff and with the culinary team as soon as we get the comments. So do please keep those coming. And one thing I did notice, for example, this morning in the main dining room machine, or somebody put it on their computer for the main dining room, there was a dark red unhappy around 7 a.m., but there was no comment at all included. So it's really, in that case, impossible for us to know, what made the person very unhappy. And so once again, I would just really encourage that as much as the buttons are helpful, the reds and the greens, what's the most helpful for us is the written comment. If you need a link to bookmark the computer-based version of Happy or Not, so you can type your comments in, go ahead and ask Concierge, and we will send you that link to your email. Handicap parking. We, once again, respectfully ask that everyone does adhere to the handicap parking signs that we have. There is a specific reason that we have 3-hour parking, 24-hour parking, and unlimited handicap parking. But if you really, if you look at the policy in the handbook, it does say that we ask for folks that are using handicap parking but are not actively using your vehicles to let us know, because really those handicap spots, even the unmarked ones, in terms of time, really are only for 2 or 3 days at the most. If you're not using your vehicle, we need those parking spots cleared up. So if for some reason you're having trouble finding the correct handicap parking that you need, or if you need us to move your car because you haven't found a close spot, for example, please just let concierge know and we will be cooperative with that. But in the meantime, if we do see folks that are staying in those spots for extended periods or don't have handicapped stickers or tags, we are going to be contacting you. The way that works is you will get a written notice in your door handle. We don't always know whose vehicle is there. So this is the best way for us to do that. And we really do need everyone to take this seriously. The other thing I would mention is there are some vehicles that tend to take the visitor parking handicap spot that we know are residents. And that really can't happen either. That is the only dedicated spot outside of concierge here on the road. That's the only dedicated handicap spot for visitors. And it's really not fair or appropriate for residents to take that spot. Again, we will be making those notifications as well. The last thing I just wanted to mention, and I brought this up last week, we have modified the refund designation form for those of you that have a refundable portion of your entrance fee. And we do need those to be updated. We have them available currently at concierge. Some of the options have changed, and we need you to update those forms. They do need to be notarized. We have several notaries on staff. They can help you with that. So please do initiate that now and grab that form and make those changes, please. And then, to the extent that we don't get them back from folks, we will follow up on a specific basis. I think that's all I have today. You all know where to find me, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.